I was part of a college counseling bootcamp, and that's where I heard about ALU. I was actually lucky enough to meet someone who was studying at ALU at the time. They told me a lot about ALU, the life at ALU, and more amazing, they were studying at ALU Mauritius, not ALU Rwanda. Well, I was a bit naive at the time, just finishing high school and everything. But still, I wanted to research more about African leadership and equality. I had learned to not just take things at face value. So I went deeper and researched on the website. I talked to the person that I had met before more often and asked questions. And I realized that ALU is a close community, it's a small community, and that was something I really wanted for my university. I knew that I would actually excel in such a small community, and that's what made me apply to African University. I had just come from dinner and the meal was wonderful, and it probably generated some euphoria and eventually some energy, enough to make me focus on applying to ALU for a whole hour. It was the most amazing and most productive 1 hour of my life that I can never forget. So at first I registered, and almost immediately I got a reply email asking me to do a test. I did the test and I outperformed myself. Immediately I was allowed to go into the next step, which was writing essays. They were not many, there were two. I can actually remember one, which was to identify a challenge in tourism and environmental sciences in Africa, and I wrote it within no time and done within an hour. So I just submitted, and I was not so hopeful about getting in. I was just applying because I wanted to apply to. After that, it was about 2 weeks or 1 month later that I got my reply. I had gotten in. So now it was just following up on the post-admission portal, and I was required to find some documents, among them passport, and applying for a visa to Mauritius, and on top of that there were tuition fees. So at that moment I hadn't gotten a scholarship yet, and I knew I couldn't afford it. So for me, I had to go through the application process for financial aid, and I did, and within no time, maybe 2 weeks also, I got a reply and I had gotten a scholarship. Oh, this was awesome. At some point I was actually wondering, is ALU legit? And I asked my friends who had studied at African Leadership University, and they let me know that it's actually that fast and that simple. I had my documents. I had applied for a passport as I was preparing for. I was sure that I was not going to study in it, so I was preparing. I had prepared myself ahead. So I had my passport, and everything happened. It's just a process of booking flights. I didn't book my flight. My scholarship did, and well, moving to Mauritius was no ordinary trouble, because at the time the COVID-19 pandemic was really intense, and we had to go into a 2 weeks quarantine. So that's what I did at the time I got here. So for 2 weeks I met nobody, I made no friends, and after that I was very ecstatic and very ready to meet the people. So after 2 weeks we went into campus, we met, we had like a number of weeks for orientation and everything before the classes started. So when the classes started, that's when we start making actual friends, because the first things that we are taught in the first year is teamwork. So there's a lot of teamwork, there's a lot of sharing, there's a lot of competition among ourselves. So it's usually an awesome opportunity to identify the people that you will be in company with for the rest of your time here at African Leadership University. Well, for the classes, they are usually, I would say, the lecturer is the one leading us, but most of the times we have the notes before, actually way before. So if you plan your time well, during the lecture it will be nothing difficult, it will be like revising, and there's a lot of things to learn in class. ALU is really an awesome institution, and it's somewhere you can actually grow beyond your imagination, and even your imagination can be magnified in ways, of course positively, in ways that you never imagined in the first place. So basically, when you get to ALU, there's one mistake that you can possibly do, which is not to let yourself get out there. Do not let your ideas, do not let your thoughts remain inside of you because you're fearing criticism or anything of the sort. The best thing you can do is get it out there, let it be corrected, allow yourself to grow. ALU is a place where you can grow massively, and if you do not let that happen, it will not happen. And I'll leave you with a quote that one of my friends from ALU once told me. They live by a philosophy that says, even if I am not born with nerves that still under pressure, I have grown an aptitude to do that. So the best thing for you to do is recognize that there are things that you will not know, there are things that you will not have, there are things that you will be inferior at, but if you're willing and open, you can grow an aptitude for it.